Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Set, 19, check right 54, right 54, so don't say nothing.
On 1st and 10, Watson, he finds his man Johnson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week, 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 12, Watson, he gets it to Thomas. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Titan football. The The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Let's get it. 36-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Texans' 33-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
On the ready.
51, Mike 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And Walker has it. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
3 bud.
Get it.
Now a first down throw. Tannehill got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Tannehill. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0.
Texans nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
Set. 54. Watch the run. They're running it. 55. Right there. 54.
Watson on first down. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Check. Block 54. Block 54. Check 24. Check 24.
Watson now to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
We play to win. Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Derrick Henry. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 29. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 29-yard line. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action. It's Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
60 outlaw. What's the ball?
First and 10.
On first down, Tannehill. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Whitney merciless. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
49, check 49, check 49. Go.
Tannehill now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. Then he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a second and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
First down, Houston.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
From the gun, here's Watson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jayon Brown coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check 31, check 31.
Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Ready. 51. Target. Ready.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ready. 10-2, so. Go. Watch that in. Right. Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Back to throw, Watson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Come on, D. Hey, Alpha. Hit it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill will be hit and taken down at the 21. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready, 50, plant.
You don't want to know one another. Give me a pick up the ball.
Bravo.
Bring it here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. You're not ready.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And Suckup will put this one right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the...
He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Push him back. Push him back. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
The final shot before the break. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First down, Houston.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
A gain of 14.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Watson. That's Stills bringing it in. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. Watson looks to throw again. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
That's good for the Titans. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Tannehill now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Throwing again is Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. There he goes, right side. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
What you just saw there, 1st-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Here we go, set, 10-2 start.
Right here. Double tight, guys, double tight. Even. 4 down.
Now a carry for Brown. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Got it.
Mike, what you want? Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
From the 39, Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 16.
1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Tannehill now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
In your face.
On 2nd and 15 now. Watson, and the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. J.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. It's Watson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check the out, check the out, check the out.
They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play.
Texans 14.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Whitney merciless in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Here we go. 8-3. Hey, box truck, box truck.
41. We got to wedge that.
Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Whitney merciless. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Brett Kern now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Let's put that team on the hunt.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, Zoo.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, 77 yards. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill complete. This is Lewis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Flushed out right. This will be caught by Brown. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Tannehill now to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Tannehill throwing again, and Walker has it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for him to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for him. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
29. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
9 and go.
Now Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Back to throw. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brandon Dunn in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Let's go. 30 base. Hey, wahoo! Go on, go on. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the approach.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Texans, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.